Mrs. Gandhi, your foreign minister, when he was in London last, said there is no Kashmir dispute because, for obvious reasons, on India's behalf. Now, if you stick to this kind of station, can you expect any further cooperation with Pakistan?
Well, don't they stick to a particular position? Have they changed their position?
I'm asking you, Mrs. Gandhi.
Well, I'm asking you because the two things have to be taken together. I mean, why should we be always accused of rigidity? I mean, surely it's easier for them to give up their position in a way. They have created this situation by invading Pakistan. It was not we who invaded, by invading Kashmir. It was their troops who crossed the border in 1947.
That it was very timely with regard to India-Pakistan, because apparently, in my talk with you so late at night, remember I said that if that thing could be over by the time this program was on, and by golly it is. Yes, it's not a happy ending in any event, but there's no way that part of the world will ever be happy, I'm afraid.
No, and you said that, and I thought you said that very well.
Yeah.
That
you've been down there before, haven't you?
Oh, I have indeed.
And you know that the hatreds that are there, the only place they're equaled is in the Mideast. That's the only place they're equaled. I mean, I think the religious and other hatreds in the Mideast make that problem virtually insoluble, and the same's true of India-Pakistan, and it's just one of those. And when you get the great powers involved, particularly in India-Pakistan, India and China, and then in the Mideast, the Soviet Union and the U.S., it's a real tough titty.
Well, you know, we had lunch with Golda Meir in New York after you had seen her.
Oh, yeah.
And the very first thing she said to me was, she said, I'm going to take my view of the UN from Indira Gandhi from now on.
Ooh.
And that's not good. And we said that, and she said...
I hope you did. I hope you told her that. You see, the difficulty is that, just for your private information, I want to... Don't quote me on this, but you realize that the women's lib, and maybe sometime when you're doing a little commentary or, one of your editorials, you might sort of in a nice way handle this. Women's lib contends that if only we had women in positions of power, we'd have no war. You look at the history of nations, and when you have had women in positions of power, women are really tougher than men. Very curious, isn't it? But you look back. Now, in this instance, when you look around the world, the two basically strongest in terms of willingness to take risks in the world happen to be two women.
That's right.
Curious, isn't it?
And we had
Indira Gandhi, has this great background and the rest, and she's an enormously able woman. I have great respect for what she is. She's tough.
Very tough.
She's tough.
Well, even Mrs. Bandaranayake in Ceylon.
Oh yes, she's no.
Another.
She's very strong.
Well, I would just hope that Fidel Castro would not be succeeded by a woman.
Ooh, boy, a Cuban woman, wouldn't that be something?
That'd give us a lot of trouble.
Yeah, we got enough trouble with him.
It's awfully kind of you to...
Well, anyway, I know that so many members of the crew and the rest I couldn't speak to, but I do know what a misery it is to produce such a thing, but they did a fine job, and I appreciated it very much.
Well, I'm terribly grateful.
Okay. All right, goodbye.
Thank you.